Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you're joining us from. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today we are discussing, specific wellness topics that have come up in DMs, have come up as conversations in our community, buzzing, burning topics that a lot of people are asking questions and they need a lot of myths to be debunked. They need a lot of clarity on some specifications, and we want to be sure that we have the right information. And that's what we set out to do here. My name is Coach Chika, your Boston trained certified integrative health practitioner. My niche is fertility and wellness and weight loss. Fertility first because that's a journey that I've won with. So precious. And so what I do now is to inspire, empower, and help those that are where I was with the holistic tools for wellness that I won with. So you're welcome. There are also a lot of people in our community that are not trying for a child. They just want to live well. They want to be able to age gracefully. They want to be able to, not aging with walking stick or sicknesses that they could have prevented. And that's the whole essence of the wellness program. Today we are discussing on the series Fluoride Deception, right? We started last week. And I said it's a whole lot of conversation. There is a lot to say about it. And that's why one show is not adequate to, handle it. And today we're moving on. If you missed last week's show, it's an exciting one. And a lot of, oh, really? You mean, really? Have been coming in DMs and conversations. And it's an eye-opener. It's a topic that is not spoken about as loudly as it should by medical practitioners. So we're lending our voice to ensure that you're getting informed and you're able to make a more informed decision, on how you're bringing in these toxins into your home, into the food that you cook for your family, for your kids, and all that. Right? If you missed last week, please check the link in the bio. Check our YouTube channel. The rebroadcast has already been shared there so that you can continue with the conversation, because we are taking off from where we started from last week, right? So, and yes, if you are also trying for the child, the 7 days fertility detox challenge is starting on Monday. I'm super, super excited. The buzz is crazy in the community. If you would like to join, if you're trying for a child, you are planning for a 2024 baby, now is the time. This is the last fertility detox challenge we're going to have this year. It's an ample opportunity for you to take advantage of. Click the link in the bio to join the wait list. It's actually 4 or 5 days countdown. I'm super excited. A lot of excitement in the community. Or there is also my contact number is in the link bio, so you can just send a WhatsApp message and say detox, and you'll be added to the wait list. Okay. So let's talk about some quick facts about fluoride. Quick facts that a lot of people maybe they don't know. Right. First, fluoride is not a nutrient. Please don't add it to our food. Don't add it to our water. It's not an addictive that replenishes something. It's not a nutrient. That's fact number one. Fluoride is not a nutrient. Fluoride is more toxic than lead. Lead is the heavy metal, one of the award-winning heavy metals there is. You find it in your pesticides, sprayed on your fruits. You find it in your drinking water, in your consumer goods, right? But fluoride is actually more toxic than lead. Fact number 3: fluoride was originally used as a pesticide. It was originally used as a rat killer, a rodent killer. That was the first use of pesticide and of fluoride. Just so you know, right? The current, what they call it in FDA, they call it the current safe daily dose for fluoride. It has continuously failed to withstand a lot of criticisms, a lot of questions that have been thrown by the public users on it. It has failed to withstand those scrutiny. Fluoride toothpaste carry a poison warning. I'm sure if you have one in your house, it's just that they make it so tiny. It's a tiny label. It's on your toothpaste, but it's so tiny, but it's there, right? It's about awareness. Probably we'll have a series when we'll start talking about reading labels, but it's there, right? It's there. It has a poison label. Your conventional toothpaste, if you're using a conventional normal toothpaste, I'm not going to call brand name for obvious reasons, it has a poison warning, and there is a reason why. It's for good reason, because that bubble gum flavored variety, they put it right now in favor, flavored, strawberry, blueberry, just to get children, right, to want to brush their teeth. It has character, what's it called, child friendly cartoon characters on them to encourage them to pack. It has enough fluoride to actually kill an average waiting child under the age of 9 years. And that's actually when we are doing a lot of brushing tutorials with these kids, right? And that is when they swallow it more, right? That's when they swallow it more. How do you have control over it? You don't swallow it, but yeah, what is it? The baby has already swallowed like 50% of the toothpaste before you say don't swallow it, and they spit out about 10% for you. So that quantity, that safe label that is on the fluoride is actually can kill an average weighing child under the age of 9. There are now 11 mother to offspring fluoride studies. 10 of these studies reveal that the fetus and the formula-fed infant are the most vulnerable to fluoride neurotoxicity. These are research that you can actually find in public consumable domains. They are there in plain sight. It's not hidden. Fact number 9, fluoride disrupts thyroid function. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. It's a big one. And a lot of people wonder how their thyroid dysfunctional symptoms is linked to their drinking water or the toothpaste they are using. With time, I'm going to discuss a little bit about that. Fact number 10, fluoride is now identified as an endocrine disruptor. I'm going to show you how it's linked to your neuro dysfunction, to your endocrine functions, and how fluoride is impacting these critical parts of your body and giving you those symptoms that you're trying to wonder where they are coming from. So the question is, if it has all these facts and it has all these issues, why then are we using fluoride? We have found that fluoride is more toxic than lead, is less likely toxic than arsenic, right? It takes only 1 gram of fluoride to kill a child. The same amount the toothpaste tube, the same amount that you press out for them when they are brushing their teeth. Using fluorinated water, we see that you have fluorinated water right now in baby formula. A lot of people use tap water to make their baby formula. They can kill newborns 6 months older and newer. These are all facts, right? I'm not reading them off a book. They are all research studies, theses that are peer-viewed, and it's in public domain, and you can actually get this information for yourself. 94.3% of the world's population does not drink fluorinated water, opposing fluorinated water fluorination. So a lot of people have been awakened to this truth, and they are speaking for it. So the question, one of the questions that came, because these are also coming from questions from last week's broadcast. Someone was asking, is there a safe level of fluoride? Studies have shown that fluoride behaves like a neurotoxin. What that means is that even at what you call safe levels, it still means that the safe level is still not safe, right? They recommend it, which is why we are having this series to educate the public and bring to your awareness the level of damage that this thing can, give when it's not controlled. How does fluoride control your nerves? We talked about neurotoxicity. How does it control your nerves? Some people have symptoms of neurotoxicity and they are not aware. So let's discuss it. First, fluoride can interfere with, how your neurotransmitters in your body are uptaken, how they are released, how they are moving and binding with each other, which is essentially transmitting signals, to your brain, affecting how you behave, how you retain your cognitive functions is all impacted in this, because fluoride acts as a neurotoxin, a toxin compound that specifically targets your neurons, right, causing disorders in your neurological disorders and impairments. These are all facts that have been, studies have suggested that fluoride exposure, which is majorly, I'm going to show you where the major exposures are coming from, they trigger inflammatory responses. We have seen cases in my practice where, clients that are on awareness practice for either thyroid function, balancing, Once you remove tap water, bottled water, and they start drinking filtered clean water, we see this even before we start doing a detox or putting them on supplements, you will see a drastic change in the symptoms. Just removing those two factors, changing their consumer goods, their toothpaste to safe, toxin-free toothpaste, their skincare products, ensuring that they take clean filtered water. We see drastic changes, in the symptoms that they feel for neurotoxicity or for thyroid imbalance. We have seen this over and over, again in our practice because fluoride has been proven to trigger, inflammatory responses in the brain. It's been linked to cognitive decline, like I told you, people not remembering things as frequent as they should, and various neurodegenerative disorders. So for those that are trying for a child, how does fluoride impact egg quality or sperm quality? So fluoride induces what we call oxidative stress, in the brain. This occurs when there is an imbalance of free radicals in your body and antioxidants. So what oxidative stress does is that it damages the neurons and leads to this kind of neurotoxicity effects. Fluoride inhibits enzymes, those enzymes that are involved in neurotransmission. It inhibits energy production. It induces oxidative stress, causing this imbalance. So when the fluoride, I'm speaking a little bit of chemistry. When the ions, right, have high affinities, fluoride ions, as when it gets to the body, it goes for the calcium ions. It has high affinity with calcium. My chemistry students will agree with me, which is very, very crucial for neural function. So when fluoride ions enter the body and accumulate in the tissues, they tend to displace calcium ions. So you see a lot of when people that have fluoride toxicity, when we run their labs, we see calcium deficiencies because it displaces the calcium ions in your body, causing white spots on children's teeth. You see some kids' teeth, they have white spots, what we call dental fluorosis, brittle bones, right? They feel very, weak easily. These are the conversations we have on our wellness community. If you have not joined, click the link in the bio to join our WhatsApp wellness community. We share a lot of these details there. And I'm going to share a lot that I won't have time, will not permit me to, like recommendations. We're talking about fluoride-free toothpaste. Which type should you use? If you live in Australia, America, UK, Nigeria, where are they? They are there. They are right in your super malls, in your supermarkets, or your grocery shop, or your wholesale shops, or wherever. They are there. It's just that you don't know them, right? You don't know them. So we're going to be sharing these recommendations in our wellness community. Ensure you join. So what is missing in this fluoride debate is the fact that we have an alternative that performs just as well as fluoride, because dentists tell us there's a reason why it's prescribed, right? That they should use oral care fluoride toothpaste, mouthwash, because but the thing is that safer alternative that does just the same thing and even more than what fluoride should do without negative impact is there, but it's not spoken. It's been widely used in other countries, in like Japan and other, for decades, right? And they are not widely spoken about intentionally. It's called hydroxyapatite. It's the major constituent of normal teeth and bones, making up about 90% of your tooth enamel. So this hydroxyapatite can help protect your tooth outer layer, preventing rebuild of tooth enamel and preventing demineralization, which is actually the intended purpose of adding fluoride to our toothpaste and drinking water and freeze drinks. So let's talk a little bit about how fluoride is connected to thyroid dysfunction, because we hear this a lot, and like I said, I can't tell you enough. 10 out of 10, whenever I have a thyroid dysfunction patient, whether trying for a child or for wellness, right? Once you get them off fluoride toxicity, we change their toothpaste, their skincare products, they do their detox, we make sure that they're taking clean filtered water. The symptoms, people that they saw in the hall, but they're feeling cold, right? They're feeling cold, they're always having weighty palms, there are different symptoms, right? They have difficulty to lose weight, different symptoms of thyroid dysfunction. They have, cloudy, crowded brain, they always feeling like, oh, I came in here, what was I looking for? What was I looking for? I can't remember what I was looking for. It happens very frequently with thyroid dysfunction patients, right? So how is this connected? So there's a little bit of chemistry where I'll make it as simple as possible, just like I explained the calcium, fluoride, ions one. It was very simple, right? So this one, what happens for in thyroid is that the iodine binds to iodine is a necessary, nutrient of the body. It binds to every cell in your body. That's any cell in your body that secretes something. Your glands, your enzymes, your hormones, any cell in your body that is secreting something, iodine binds to those cells. It's a catalytic, agent that activates the compounds that binds to things like your thyroid hormone, right? So without iodine, your thyroid hormone is worthless, right? It's one of the supplements we also put if people come with hypothyroidism and all that. We put them on those. So so what happens is fluoride, chloride, and chlorine, which is very famous in your tap water, in your chlorinated water, your fizzy drink, your soda drink, your toothpaste, mouthwash, right? They are very similar in structure to iodine. That's where it's a problem. So when they accumulate in your body, they displace fluoride. These things are displacers. That's why they are a problem, right? They are displacers, right? They chance the particular, nutrients in your body that your body needs to survive. And so that's why when your body is deficient in those nutrients, your body starts complaining with illnesses and symptoms, right? So they actually accumulate in your body and they block the iodine binding to its receptors. So let's say you went to your doctor and you're complaining that you're always feeling cold, you always have to wear socks, even when it's summer or when it's hot. Your hair is falling out. You have heart palpitation. Feeling anxiety, weight gain, always feeling tired. Even when you have rested all day, you wake up feeling tired, go to bed feeling tired. These are all symptoms of thyroid dysfunction. So when your doctor runs your thyroid panel, right, which a lot of doctors don't do, especially in Nigeria, a lot don't do, and they tell you that your thyroid function looks good, you have nothing to worry about, what they may not be seeing, unless you're running critical ones like your T3, T4, your free T3, that's when we can now start looking. That's why when you talk about thyroid panel, I do a comprehensive one because I want to know what is displaced, I want to know what minerals are missing. Until you refill those deficiencies, the symptoms will always be there and the patient will not feel any better. So outside of its importance to thyroid, iodine is also a powerful antioxidant. It has a very strong bacterial quality, antifungal and viral activity that it does to the body. It's been demonstrated to exert positive impact in preventing human cancer in the cells. So the solution, a lot of people will think, oh, let's give them more iodine since it's displacing iodine. But you're wrong, because the problem is not just the lack of iodine, but rather the presence of fluoride, chloride, and chlorine. Those are the three players that you see a lot in these consumer goods products that I've spoken about. So you don't just solve the problem by, oh, let's add more iodine supplements. You must first detox those imposters. You must get rid of them, right? And that's why we're talking about this, because even so much iodine can be, very toxic to the body. So you have to, that's why we say supplements, you have to take them under the guidance of a health practitioner. You can't just wake up and say, oh, they said I don't have enough iodine, or they say I don't have enough calcium, let me go and start taking calcium. No. So how do you support, what are the control measures you can start with from where you are? Tap water, especially if you're in urban developed countries. If you are I have a sensitive nose like I do, you will smell the chlorine in your water. You will. You'll smell the lead. I can smell lead in tap water. So it's very important, I shared, also going to just struck a partnership, with one of the best, I can tell you, one of the best in the world water filters. I know there is so much. If you Google water filter right now, there is so much. But what a lot of them filter is bacteria and chlorine. A good number of them do not filter heavy metals. These ones filter, I'm going to share with you, the characteristics and what let me see if I can get some of the characteristics. It's been awarded the purest tasting filtered water. We just struck a partnership with them, and you can get them for less than 50k. You get them delivered. You order in 2 weeks, you get it. It comes like a jug, so you can run your tap water into it. It filters it, and you can drink in a cup just like this. Can cook with this, because these heavy metals, you can't boil them out. Someone will say we're boiling our water. You're only killing the bacteria, which is okay. But the heavy metals, which is what causes the toxicity, which is the key issue, you can't boil out fluoride, you can't boil out chlorine, you can't boil out heavy metals. But this filtered water pitcher is a 5-stage water filtration system that virtually removes all dissolved. We call them in water treatment TDS. These are total dissolved solids, which are very important, leaving nothing behind. Right? It's great. It's very simple. You have the one you can install to your sink. You can, even if you're staying in a place where you're paying for rent, it's okay. It's detachable. When you're going, you go with it. But the one I prefer, which is very easy and very affordable, less than 50,000 naira, you get it. Right? You click the link below. If you're interested to get it, just send a message on make a comment that you want to inquire. We'll get it. Order it in 2 weeks. We're already in partnership with the company that does that. It's NSF certified to reduce PFAs. These are lead. Lead is, I can't tell you how much, their symptoms will improve if you start filtering your water, if you start drinking clean filtered water. It's a 5-stage ion exchange water filtration. It removes lead, chromium, arsenic. These are the things that in your drinking water, especially if you're not living in the village. Don't deceive yourself. Your water board is doing nothing. I'm sorry. They are doing nothing but just passing it through the kind of filter you use to filter your rice. And everything goes through that filtration. Everything. If you're living in an urban city where you have, where you have poultries that are using antioxidants and they're washing off these things into public drains, and they're using antibiotics and they're washing them off into public drains, you're living in a city where you have fertilizer companies, you have process manufacturing companies, or you're living close to those places where you have manufacturing companies. Their effluents are being washed into your water, and they are recycling your toilet water to your tap. Let no one kid you. They are doing nothing more than that. And I'm sorry, your bottled water is not doing anything. It's not doing anything different. It's not any different from your sachet water. It's just the branding. It's not. Trust me, it's not. When they say they're adding vitamin E, vitamin A, why are they adding it? Because they have removed it. And of course, you have been following my brand, you know I'm anti-plastic. Some of these waters have been under the sun, the plastic water, have been under the sun for months and all that. And you come and you carry the BPA, which cannot be boiled out, and you pour the bottle of water and you drink, right? So you having this, right, at home is a good investment. Yes, it may seem like a carpet, but over time it saves you water. Imagine how much water you're using how much money you're using to buy bottled water. Bottled water and all that your home drinks. And what about the one you cook with? What about the ones the kids drink? So you have control over this. It has 5-stage filtration. First, it removes the fine particles and sediments. 2, it removes the suspended solids. 3, it removes organic contaminants and stop bacteria from growing. 4, it removes inorganic compounds, which is actually my interest. Metals and non-metals. 5, it removes ultra fine particles. Your water board is not doing this, right? And it comes like a jug. So you run your tap water and you pour into your cup, and you are in for less than 50,000 naira, right? So do that. If you're interested, let us know. So we're talking about the impact of fluoride, right? And we said this is very, very important. Your tap water, you have to stop feeding your house with poison. It's an investment that is planned, and it's an investment that is worth it. Trust me, okay? Dental products also, your oral mouthwash and all that, are also strong sources of fluoride. You must know that they are big sources. Your toothpaste, your conventional pigs, right? Why pigs? Your conventionally grown, uncaged, caged pigs, chickens, and eggs. Why? Because sodium fluoride is also fed to them. Sodium fluoride is added to their feed as a dewormer. So when they poop and when they eat and this thing gets into their body and you buy the food and you eat, you can't boil it out. It's getting into your body, causing havoc. So the feed is sprayed with, fluoride-rich pesticides. Some of your black teas are soaked in fluoride in the soil before they are shipped in for you. Your cooking panel, this one is one you have control over. If anyone is still using Teflon, non-stick pots, cookware, and you say you're feeling sick, you're trying for a child, you need to start. That's the first thing I take off your list if you're on my fertility coaching program. It's an investment you must make. You can't continue using non-stick pots because Teflon is made with fluoridated chemicals, right? It's cooking in non-stick pots. You're consuming, the Teflon, the chemicals. Most of your non-stick pots, in 3 months, you have this iron sponge and your stainless steel spoon to be scraping. Whenever the rice burns, right, you have to scrape it. So by the time you look at it, the color of the pot inside is different from the side inside. The inside the pot, like here, right? If that's a pot, here is black. Then the center of the pot itself is discolored with your scraping. Where did all those scraping go to? It didn't go to the sink. It entered your body, your food, and you ate it, and you can't put it out. It's there creating a mess, right? So let's talk about the one that is dear to my heart: how fluoride impacts your children's health. We have seen, we have several side, effects of chronic fluoride exposure. Like I said, with kids, you can't handle the exposure. For an adult, you can say, oh, you can spit it out. But for a child, how do you control it? They always swallow the thing before you tell them to spit it out, right? More studies have shown that low level of fluoride exposure is being rated with adverse effects like neurotoxicity in children, systemic exposure accumulating in their pineal gland, which contributes to their changes in sleep cycle. When kids are having difficulty sleeping, it's not just screen time, right? Fluoride has been proven to have an impact, contributing to sleep cycle regulation, sleep behavior, dementia. 1.5, as little as 1.5 milligram per liter increase in drinking water fluoridated concentration had been associated with increased odds of primary hypothyroidism, even in adults, right? Several of the highest quality of studies are showing low IQs in children were done in optimally fluoridated areas. We have seen a lot of research on urinary fluoridated measures exceeding that would be expected from consuming water that contains fluoride at 1.5. So they say, oh, this quantity is a small, safe, whatever. But by the time we see studies that are running their urinary tests, we'll find that the impact and the damage that it has done to the body is more than what they said that quantity would do. They're not telling us the whole story. Okay? So there is a whole lot of research on drop in IQ, over fluoride consumption in children. So there's no safe level of fluoride exposure. We don't need another study, linking IQ, levels. You see children that should be relating and more, more outspoken, and you're seeing, behavioral changes in children. You see a lot if you make a change in your fluoride, exposure in your family, especially with these innocent children that, really can't help things and they don't know as much as you know. You need to protect them as their parent, as their ward, as their auntie, as their uncle. That's what information comes with. Now that we're giving you this information, you're able to make informed decisions, right? Then fluoride also helps your body. This is the one I'm very concerned about because they say you see a lot of, even in developing countries, the rates of asthma victims are very high because fluoride makes your body absorb extra aluminum, right? And where does all the aluminum go? The brain is the only organ in the body that absorbs the highest form of aluminum from your body. So when you're using aluminum pots, aluminum cookware, you're having aluminum metal in your drinking water, in your soda and fizzy drinks because they're fluorinated, your brain is the organ that absorbs it more. And what metal shows up alarming in brains of older people above 50? You have the answer, right? So we don't need another study to show us that this thing, is doing horrible things to children, to grown-ups, to senior citizens, and we need to do something about it. Let's talk a little bit about how fluoride impacts your fertility. Fluoride has been proven to be an endocrine disruptor, just like your estrogen. When I talk to my fertility team, I talk a lot about why and how, if you don't do something about your lifestyle, it's not about going for surgery for the fibroids or the endometriosis or the cysts. If you don't do something about this lifestyle and the diet that foster those growths, they're going to grow again. And when they grow more in colonies. So it's not about cutting enough. You need to ensure that what the root causes that are triggering those growths are addressed. Okay, so fluoride has been proven to be an endocrine disruptor in the same family as iodine. Both are halogens. So it can be misidentified, like I mentioned, as iodine in the body. So taken up by the body, stored in the tissue, the way the body will store iodine, that's the way it takes fluoride. Because iodine is supposed to bind to your thyroid glands to help you produce more thyroid hormone, the thyroid 4, T4. But fluoride may bind there instead and now start inhibiting T4 production. So when you run your labs, the doctor will say, oh, everything looks good. But if you run a comprehensive thyroid panel, blood work, you will see that T4 production is limited. And the solution is not to add more thyroid, support to your supplement. It's to find out who is the imposter. Take it out from the person's skincare products, from your drinking water, and you see that the things balance up. Because fluoride slowly converts, it slows down the conversion of T4. T4 is your inactive thyroid hormone. It slows down its conversion to T3. So it's a potential reason why you may be taking, thyroid medication, you may not be feeling well, you've done your blood work, the doctor has said everything is okay, yet you know that everything is not okay, you're not feeling well, you're not feeling your best, right? Even though your thyroid markers may look good. Why? Because fluoride in your drinking water, in your toothpaste, in your mouthwash, in your bleaching cream, is slowing down the conversion. Because if that conversion is slowed down, that's when you start having those symptoms. It slows down the conversion of inactive thyroid hormone to the active T3, active thyroid hormone. So up until 40 years ago, fluoride was actually prescribed as a treatment for overactive thyroid gland. Did you know that? So today, many of us, or many of the clients that we have, we see them with symptoms of underactive thyroid glands. And this coincidentally, we have been exposed to at this time, in this couple of years now, been coincidentally, they call it coincidental, but it's not coincidental because what you sow, you reap, right? So we see that we're actually exposed to more fluoride than ever before through these dental products I've talked about, through the water. It's not an irony, is it? I don't think it is. So these and many more. There is a lot, like this is a series. The conversation will continue on our wellness community. If you have not joined, you can join for free. Okay, click the link in the bio to join for free on our wellness community. And if you want to learn more on how to get rid of fluoride, you can, not just fluoride, but also other damaging, what's it called? Metals, heavy metals, that either in your food as pesticides or in your drinking water. I have all that information, and even safer, because it's not enough to tell you what not to do. I have to tell you the right things to do. Safer alternatives, right? All that is in my book, Untold Impact of Toxins on Your Fertility and Your Health. You need to get that book. It's just 10,000 naira. You can finish it in 2 hours, but it's loaded with, you have never read anything like that. I am so sure. It is the review we get every time that we make a sale of that book. They're like, where has this information been? And that book has a lot of research cited URLs we can go and confirm what we are writing about, to confirm that what we're speaking about is actually correct. So get that book immediately, because it will give you a lot of enlightenment, show you how to make your skincare products yourself, your deodorant, safer alternatives of toothpaste, mouthwash and all that, cleaning products for your, your home and all that is all in that book. And before I leave, we're having a conversation in our wellness community, and a couple of them were saying, oh, we'd like to hear about this on Wellness Wednesday. We have to hear about this. We're going to share a poll. I have come up with from all the questions and buzz that have been shared on the wellness community, I have a poll. I've developed a poll of 20 questions that I think are burning questions a lot of people have been throwing into the DM and all that. So we're going to share a poll of the questions or topics that you would like to hear about or learn about, or you'd like us to discuss on the Wellness Wednesday. I'll be expecting your participation. I want you to tell me what, because I want to talk about what you want to talk about, right? I don't want to just talk over your head. I want to talk about what you can gain interest, what you can get value from. So let me know what your interested topics are, and I'm going to ensure that you have those, on our Wellness Wednesday. So this is where we're going to be drawing it. Ensure you join the community, because the conversation, that is where the conversation starts when we are done with here. The lot of buzz starts there when we are done. So I'm looking forward to have you in our wellness community. If you are trying for a child, you're expecting a 2024 child, or you're just getting off the pill, maybe you've been dating this guy, for 3 years, 4 years, and you've been on the pill, and you said, okay, he wants to propose, and you guys want to start having children immediately afterwards. The 7 days fertility detox challenge was made for you. Don't miss it, right? You can see some of mine. We've already get there. So a lot of people made their orders. This is mine. I use the opportunity to also do my routine detox every quarter. So every quarter when we have either the group coaching program or the fertility detox, I use the opportunity, because I'm not a hypocrite. I want to live well also, to enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? So I'm not a hypocrite. These are all my own products that I got when I also ordered for those. These are daily fruit and vegetable blend. It's one of the brands that I partner with and I prescribe. Very easy way to have. I'll show you all this when you join. To have, because you might be in a place where, you can't source, broccoli, you can't source this. It contains all that: organic apple, cranberry, strawberry, blueberry, all 22 fruit and vegetable superfoods. And it's all the no nonsense. No, not free is not free, it's gluten free, it's no GMOs, no soya, dairy free, is vegan. I think it's very easy for me. I just carry it and I just pour and I stir. 22 rainbow, fruits and vegetables all in one. Organic fruits and proprietary blends. It's fantastic. Very easy way to get in your daily dose of your fruit and vegetable when you're too lazy to make your smoothie, or you don't have time to start buying broccoli, cauliflower, blah blah blah. So this is it. We're partners and you get them as discounted prices for us. We'll order them in for you. They are made in America. We order them in, you order for them in 2 weeks, you get them, right? So we introduce you to this when you join our, and how to use them also. This is also the 7 days detox. Remove toxins, replenish nutrients, and restore balance. This is the supplement that you get when you are joining our 7 days. You can see it's 7 days detox. It's a full body functional medicine detoxification system. Okay, it comes with a daily shake and also the supplements that you take morning and night. It is fantastic. Weight loss is an after effect, but you feel like you have a new body after the 7 days detox. Fantastic. Then I have my favorites. When you're doing your detox, you want to indulge, maybe you're addicted to chocolates and all that. I love to get this when I'm doing my detox. It's the chocolate brownie indulgence. It's full food bars, no nonsense, no GMO, no allergies, allergy friendly, it's vegan friendly. It's gluten free, nut free, soya free, egg free, dairy free. This is what you need, and the taste is just amazing. You can't tell that it's guilt free. It's really not. It's very, very nice. So I just put it in my purse and all that. So when I'm feeling peckish and all, I can nibble on it. It has the sachets all in there. So we have you covered. Whatever are your cravings, is it sugar, is it sweet now? I got you. We have everything that you need to ensure that you prepare your body for the 2024 baby. I look forward to having you join the waiting list. Click the link in the bio to join the waiting list. You get all the supplements and more. We give you the fertility meal plan. We drop your specific meal plan for you. We interpret your lab results. If you have done fertility blood works, we'll help you interpret it, tell you what it means, help you develop the meal plan, tell you what you should be eating, and especially if you're just getting off the pill, right? That's the struggle a lot of people have. They think, I just get off the pill, or I remove the birth control and next month I'll get pregnant. Yes, it happens for a lot of people. But a lot of people, a good number of people, try for a longer time when they get off the pill to stay pregnant, not just get pregnant. Some of them get pregnant, but they don't stay pregnant. And that's what this fertility detox challenge is set to do. At $20 only, 20,000 naira only. It's just a few days countdown. You participate, then you get these resources that we shared. I hope you enjoyed speaking with me, chatting with me. I'll read your comments and I'll come to the comments to engage. And let me know if you have questions, if you need clarifications. You can inbox and DM if it's private. Join the link if you want the community, because nobody trying for a child should be trying alone. Nobody should. We are here to support you. The So Precious brand is specifically for this purpose. And we are here to ensure that you live your very best. So we meet next week. Keep living healthy and keep giving the world your best, right? I didn't get to enjoy my cherry tomatoes. Do you like these? I love them. I love them. I never run out of them. Very filling and very, very healthy for skincare, brain health, immune boosting. There is a whole lot. All right. See ya. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.